10 Hidden Impacts of African Colonization. Number 10. The Berlin Conference. In 1884, European powers met in Berlin to divide Africa amongst themselves without a single African leader present at the conference. They carved up the continent, reconfigured borders, and decided the fate of millions of people as if they were pieces on a chessboard. This had a profound impact on the political landscape of Africa, setting the stage for future conflicts and instability in many African nations. Number 9. The Congo Free State. King Leopold II of Belgium established the Congo Free State as his personal property in 1885. He amassed a fortune by exploiting the vast natural resources of the region, including gold, diamonds, and rubber. The state was notorious for its brutal regime, with forced labor, torture, and murder on a massive scale. It is estimated that 10 million people perished under his rule. Number 8. The Scramble for Africa. As European powers raced to colonize and control as much of Africa as possible, they exploited existing rivalries and conflicts between different African groups. This manipulation resulted in the suppression of various rebellions and uprisings, with the colonists often employing divide-and-conquer tactics to maintain control. A classic example is the way the British and French handled the Maji-Maji rebellion in German East Africa. Number 7. Loss of life. It is estimated that over 20 million Africans died as a result of colonization, either through direct violence or the brutal working conditions imposed on them. Colonizers prioritized resource extraction and profit over the well-being of the people. Number 6. The curse of cash crops. Colonizers encouraged the production of cash crops like cotton, coffee, and cocoa, while neglecting food crops. This shift led to widespread famine and malnutrition. For instance, during the colonial era in Kenya, the British government's focus on cash crops like coffee and tea led to food shortages and the infamous Kikuyu famine of the 1940s. Number 5. Land dispossession. African societies were predominantly communal, with land rights shared among members of a community. Colonizers disregarded these traditional land rights and enacted policies that allowed for the seizure of land for commercial purposes. This not only disrupted traditional ways of life, but also created a class of landless peasants. Number 4. The imposition of Western education. Western education systems were imposed on African societies, often replacing traditional knowledge and skills with European languages and subjects. This educational system was designed to serve the needs of the colonizers and did not prioritize the cultural or historical context of Africa. Number 3. The creation of artificial borders. The arbitrary borders drawn by European powers during the scramble for Africa have had lasting impacts on the continent. These borders often divided ethnic groups, creating tensions and conflicts that persist to this day. A great example is the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda, where the colonial border placed the two Hutu populations on either side of the river, setting the stage for the Rwandan genocide. Number 2. Exploitation of resources. African resources were plundered to fuel the economies of the colonizing nations. This extraction of wealth included the forced labor of Africans in mines and plantations, as well as the export of raw materials to Europe. The wealth generated through this exploitation did not benefit the African populations. Number 1. Legacy of inequality. The effects of colonization are still felt today. African countries continue to grapple with the socio-economic challenges created by their colonial past, including poverty, inequality, and lack of access to basic services. Furthermore, the political instability and conflicts in many African nations can be traced back to the arbitrary borders and divisions imposed by colonial powers. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.